All right, we're live in the Philippines. It is a different time. It's 7:30 a.m. on the dot in the Philippines. 7:31 right there. So live from the Philippines, guys. It's J Mike, yours truly. We're gonna see what happens today. We haven't done an early morning live stream in over a half year. I think we did one late last year in the fall. I think might have been November. I'm not even sure. I forget. I didn't check. I didn't look it up. So we may take a few minutes to get everybody in here. We'll see what happens. You never know. I don't have the same crowd all the time, but funny how the news is shocking everybody. Most people don't pay attention to it, but the people who do, they have a narrative that isn't true. I laugh, but it ain't funny. It's sad for them. It's funny for me, but it's sad for them. Show comments on stage. Let me see. I got to do a sound check. All right, we got that. Do I want to raise the volume? I don't know. Let's see if I can. I don't know if I can raise the volume. Let's try. How is that? Is the volume good? I can't tell. I'm not sure. I'd like to do another check. Let's do another. All right, we're gonna have to go with it. We'll go with it. We'll see. I don't know. No more microphone and sound card and all that. We're skipping that because you see the curtains on the Kubo. We close it all at night to keep the water out. We don't want because the rain blows sideways here in the Philippines. So I like this shirt. I don't know where I got it, but yeah. Anyway, I see T-shirts. Usually buy them right out in the street. Overstock designer T-shirts. They're very cheap. It's only like $2. I bought a white T-shirt for $2 once. I thought I got a good deal, but these are not even $2. They're like $1.80. We get hundreds of them, so I'm overstocked on T-shirts. I can't express enough about expats doing live streams talking about other expats. If I'm going to do that, I got to be careful here because sometimes they go so long pissing and moaning about somebody and then they never say who it is. Or sometimes they do, but not always. They're crazy. They're off their rockers. So we get, as I said, we get everything covered up because of the nighttime. We cover it up at night so the things won't get wet. That's the karaoke system right there in the blue and white is the karaoke. I should uncover it. When the housekeeper gets here, she'll do that. She'll uncover everything, but there's too much light right. I don't know where that light's coming from. It's just too much. It might just be coming from the computer. It's hazy, but not. It's not really cloudy. It's sunny, but the sky is like whitish because there's a thin haze out there. It's pretty. It's going to be a humid one today. So let's see. We're hoping to do a good live stream today. Once again, no outline, no notes. We're just winging it here, hoping that people will come in from the USA. I don't know if you can't make them come in. You just gotta keep talking, keep it exciting. When they check it out, they'll stay, right, guys? So where was I? Last time we talked, what did I talk about? It's only been a couple of days. It's been like 2 or 3 days since I did a live stream. But the subject changes as people make comments. So feel free to comment. If you're not subscribed, it only takes, I think, 3 minutes. Once you subscribe, it's like, no, it's 1 minute. You have 1 minute as a subscriber to make a comment, and that's 3 seconds to make a second comment. You have to wait 3 seconds. So that's just to stop people from speed scamming. So if my sound check here was low, I wonder what it is over there. We're doing a simulcast here. We're shooting the live stream. I don't know. Okay, so I'm hesitating. Thank you for. Don't forget to like and. You don't have to subscribe. They say subscribers don't watch videos. Some do. If you buy subscribers where they just they subscribe to people for money, and what happens is they never come back. They don't really care about your channel. I want people that care about my videos. We do. I'm not even finished my coffee. It's very early. I'm struggling with doing it differently. So welcome to the live stream from the Philippines. Join me as I explore the busy streets, neighborhoods, markets, and hidden corners of Metro Manila and Rizal in real time. This channel is dedicated to authentic walking tours that showcase everyday Filipino life, from colorful jeepneys and bustling sidewalks to local food stalls, shopping districts, and peaceful back streets. Every video is filmed. I get the wrong word in there. I'm reading off the Chat GPT. Every video is filmed with 4K HDR with immersive stereo audio, so you can experience the sights and sounds just as if you were walking beside me. Whether you're planning a trip, whether you miss the Philippines, or simply enjoy relaxing walking tours from around the world, you're always welcome here. On this channel, you will find live walking tours, Philippine live walking tours, 4K HDR walking videos, Filipino videos, Filipino Jeepneys, Tricycles, and local transportation, Metro Manila street life, Rizal province adventures, local markets and street food areas, natural ambient city sounds, and point of view travel videos. That's what you get on this channel. All my videos have been described as such right there. So let's get back over to the main broadcast camera. What can I say? So who's watching? Give me a chat, say hello. Don't be afraid. I don't usually call people out or bust your chops, so to speak. I know YouTube is dominated by children. I think there are more children watching than adults. I really do. But they don't chat. If a channel is marked as made for children, you can't comment because they don't want the children seeing all that. You never know what people will say, and you don't want the children seeing any of it. So I guess they're not about chat. So that when you can't comment, you're not really. To me, I didn't know I was going to go this way. I just wing it all the time. But to me, without comments and things like that, you're not really interacting with anybody. It's not immersed. It's not interactive. There's no relationship going on, and whether it's good or bad. But they just keep children away from that. So children are influenced by what's in the video, and it's subjective to decide what's shocking for kids or not. So the same idea of people that are abducting all our children are deciding what's good for them. It's the same people. The globalists. I always say that. I get put in the brownout section of YouTube. They plug me in a box. They don't give me much reach because I do stuff like that. I'm not the selected few that get millions of views and subscribers. Hundreds of millions of subscribers. For what? A TV show? A TV show made for young men? Really? That's what's going on YouTube. I'll see that right now. I'll say that yesterday or the last live stream, and I said it the previous. I say it in every live stream. YouTube is fixed. They're fixed on all their influencers. And we know who number one is with his 250 million subscribers. I should review his channel. He's like the Fox Entertainment of YouTube. It's their guy. It's hard to believe they're giving him millions of dollars. But he's a TV station. He's not just a single guy doing everything. I can't do everything. I can't, it doesn't work that way. But I'm not even sure why I'm live today. Nobody is sure. You see live streams, it's like, why are they live? I need watch hours. Because it's demonetized. Did you know? When you do music, you're either sharing or you're demonetized. If you do a 3-hour live stream or a 4-hour live stream, however long you do it, and halfway through, which nobody on rewatch is going to watch half of it, and there's a 1-minute piece of music they'll demonetize you. It's like ridiculous. John Lennon said that, and he's dead. There's the other thing right there. Jay, you can't say what you don't know. We all know nothing. We all know nothing. If you say that Jesus was a great philosopher, they love you because you're putting him on the same pedestal as everybody else, as Confucius, or Dalai Lama, whoever it is. But if you tell everyone he's God, and here to save you from hell, they'll hate you. And it's true, right? They hate me. My own daughter. 2 of my 3 daughters hate me. The other ones, the jury is still out with her. Although it's much better. Dad, why can't we talk about the things we used to talk about? Well, you were 15 back then. 13, 14, 15, those young ages, even younger. But you will be turning 29. Wait a minute. Yeah, and what's today? What's today's date? July 20th. So in like 2 weeks, you'll be 29. So every time I talk to her, I think it's going to be better. And then she turns around and gives me the Darth Vader dagger. It's like, who are you talking to? It's unbelievable. Where is your conscience? I can't believe it. So we're going all over the place. I don't have any banners. What? Oh, here we go. There's the banners. There they are. You guys like the yellow? I do it because I want primary colors. We get a little bit of blue in there, not much. We get green. There's so much brightness out there. I don't know why. Unless, I don't know if I can change that here. No, it's just layouts. I don't know. Maybe I can do a different shade of yellow. All right, how's that? And we'll put in a little black. Mixing a little black with yellow just makes it less bright. It's weird. Color is weird. I'm not a color expert. You got to go to college for that and pass the course. Show of hands. How many people think doctors know everything? I'm a doctor. Yeah, doctor of what? I bought a 1,000-page book as a Christmas gift to my wife, but I started looking at it. It was everything you need to know about prescription drugs and medicine. And it had all kinds of stuff in there. How drugs interact, how they work on the body, what will give you a bad reaction if you mix it, stuff like that. Didn't make me a doctor. Just like reading the Bible doesn't give you discernment and understanding, it won't happen. People always say, and they always say the same thing. It's fake. It ain't true. There's contradictions in the Bible. No, there isn't. So you just told me that you don't read the Bible. You never read the Bible. It's ridiculous. My daughter said, Jay, Dad, don't put God in these conversations. I don't want to hear it. So I screwed up there. I brought them to church. They were baptized as Catholics, but they had a falling away. It's called drugs and alcohol. I'm not sure. I wasn't perfect. I wasn't always this attentive to putting God first. But that's my advice to everyone. Put God first. All right, next subject. Philippines. That's what I do. I'm thinking of joining StreamYard again, but my wife says, no, you don't need that. It's a waste of money. But you don't get your channel moving without it. You can do, I guess they're under new management because things weren't working for a while. I wasn't even able to go on. It wasn't letting my camera work. And then all of a sudden, and I made change after change after change. I was like, I spent months trying to get on. I bought a new computer. It didn't work. It's like, and then all of a sudden it worked. But to get super high def and all the features that you might like, I don't always like lots of features, but there's always something I will like. Like when I make videos, I don't use the fading out and the blasting away or the page turning to change the scene. I don't use that anymore. Just let the camera do it. Just change the scene. That's what I do. So what do I have to talk about? I never decide that. And when I do, it doesn't matter, I guess. As long as I keep talking. Some people, they just sit there and they look. They'll use the features and put on the fake glasses. So I got my fake glasses on. I can't say with these things. They're fake. It's just glass. They make my eyes look big, though. The older I get, the bigger my eyes look in the glasses. Isn't that funny? I have no idea who's watching because no one's chatting, no one's commenting. We'll wait. I thought we're going to look at the trees, but maybe if I turn it around, we can see some green. But we'll have to move the chairs here. Oh, I know what I can do. There's a little bit of I get some furniture on top of the table here. We'll move it. Maybe it's too much stuff in the way. I was not going to do that. All right, let's just move everything slightly. There's 10 things there. All right, and we'll just slide that a little bit. We're going to lose that camera over there. We'll shut it off. Hold on. All right. That looks better, doesn't it? We got these are concrete posts, so we covered them up with tapestry. That's what we did, and there's a lot of light there. I don't know how we're going to fix that. How can we fix that? If I go back out, I don't want to go back out though. What is that? All these features on StreamYard now. I don't know what to make of that. I don't know. StreamYard's strange to me. It's all. I might as well just use OPS or something. I don't know. That's how strange it is. Anybody in the private chat? No, nobody there. Media assets, banners. I don't think I can use any of this stuff because I didn't pay. So it's hard. It's hard to have an interaction when there's no chatting. What's going on? I I shouldn't even say that. The advice I got was good advice too. Treat your live stream like not like it's live, but like everyone, all the future viewers are tuning in now, and that even though you see a low number, you want to pretend, not pretend, but deliver it as if everyone really is watching, or else they won't watch. It's funny that way. It's funny that way. You're supposed to write, even your live stream, you're supposed to write down an outline and some. So what can we do? We can go to Chat GPT. Oh, I already read that off. Crossing Street. What? Crossing streets here is like a it's like an athletic event. You got I'm talking about the main roads, the marked highways. Like what is this? Is this? I don't even know. It's the C6 or the C5. I'm not. No, it's not the C5. Or the R6. I forget the name of this highway. Something six, but it's East Manila Road. Um, we're near Marcos Highway, I think. I get them mixed up. I'm talking about things I don't know. But anyway, it's super busy. It's just as busy here on the main road as anywhere else, and it's packed with jeepneys. Coffee's still warm. That's good. That's always a good thing. I love my coffee. I drink it black. If I don't know if you can see that. There you go. I drink it black. People say, "Jay, you drink too much coffee. It's no good for you." I said, "Did you know cream and sugar is no good for you? The coffee's actually is good for you, but you don't drink it, so you don't know." I've been drinking coffee since I was 2. My niece, she loves coffee. My great niece, she's 2, and she's like, her mother will give her just a little bit in the cup with a spoon, and she's like, she'll like, it's barely a few drops, but she's got the spoon in there, and she loves it. I said, "Don't give her that at bedtime. What are you doing? It's late." She'll never sleep. That's why she doesn't stay asleep. You can go to sleep with coffee, but you won't stay asleep. You'll wake up. I'm awake. And you'll be fussy. Kids can be fussy. Kids can be fussy. Let's see. It's warm out here. It's very humid. I can feel the humidity. Oh, there's a breeze. Oh, the fan is on sweep mode, so it comes by every, I don't know, 10 seconds or so. I don't know. How many times have I said I don't know? I want a show of hands. That should be the poll. I should put up a poll. How many? Count the times I said I don't know. You'll win a prize. That's what I should do. Prizes today. My wife will kill me because we need our money for something else. I was a hotel controller for a quarter century. It's a long time. Because I was a real pro. That's why. You don't, because there's different owners. I had like, I don't know, 20 owners. Hotels get bought and sold while you work there. And then, there's always a possibility that everyone's going to disappear. One of my hotels got bought, right? And I didn't have a job lined up. And they didn't offer me a job. And I'm like, how come they didn't offer me a job? They said, well, someone told them you were going somewhere else. I said, oh, that must have been a person high up. I didn't get the memo. And then one of my boss's boss called me and said, yeah, you're going over to this nearby hotel. You're already working there. You just don't know it yet. Right, Edward? Edward's here. Don't go away. Stay right there. Put the show on and tell people J Mike is live. Don't go live. Tell them I'm live. Put the show on. So I was telling the story, and this is a true story. I was working at a hotel right around the year 2000. I forget exactly what year it was. I don't know if it was 99 or 2000, right around there. It might have been '01 or '02, and the hotel was being sold. Big business. It was a big 250 room hotel, and I was the controller. And they were offering everyone jobs. So I was telling everybody, everyone that wants a job will most likely get a job with the new owners, as long as you're on your best behavior. You know, conduct and attendance are so important. You got to remind people though, and then finally, it's getting down to the nitty gritty where it's going to be all over because new management was coming in. And I said to my new general manager, he was already there. I said, they didn't offer me a job. He goes, yeah, someone told them that you already have a job offer with your old company. And I went, I didn't get the memo. And then it's like my job, and they didn't tell me. So my boss's boss, my boss was moved out. That's why. So his boss came in and said, well, he called me and he goes, we didn't get a hold of you yet, but don't worry, you're all set with a job. We get you over here in the nearby hotel. I kind of liked it there. It was a tad smaller, but it was okay because I didn't have enough help anyway. It was my company. They were good guys, but they made you do too much all the time. And then the testing, the owners want testing, and then the managers, they want to be nice to you, but they're told, things got to get done. So they keep the people that do the work. If you want something done, give it to a busy person. They'll handle it. So I was counting the money one day. You got to count money every day. The daily deposit, the money that's going to the bank, you got to, you take it from the cashiers and you put it all together and make a deposit to the bank. And, the armored car shows up. So where was I going with this? Oh, so I'm in the middle of that on my desk, and I get piles of money. It's probably a few $1,000s. My boss walks in. It's not very late in the day. It's like probably 9:30 in the morning. My boss walks in, and he throws a file folder full of paperwork on top of the money. I said, this money has to get done every day. I said, this must be important, isn't it? He didn't say anything. He just let me talk. And I said, this is important, isn't it? He goes, I wouldn't have done this if it wasn't. Oh, you got to handle it. I said, all right, no, don't worry. Consider it done. Consider it done. Okay, now I got to get started. The best way to finish a project successfully is if somebody gives you a project and they say, okay, today's the 3rd, right? This has to be done by the 30th or heads will roll. The best way to get that done is to start right away. If you receive a project and it's like, you got 3.5 weeks to get this done, it better get done. Don't wait 3.5 weeks to worry about it. Start it now. Okay, I got to start that now. As much as it sucks, that's how you succeed. That's the key to success, is to get these tweets like that. I don't know what to do about that. I think there's a way, but I'm logged out because I'm logged in here. I gotta leave and come back. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Let's see if this changes it. That doesn't. Remember the outline I used to have with the palms and all that stuff? I can't do that anymore, I don't think. Let me see if I can do that. How? I can't remember where that was. It's all old now, people. Who's here? No, I don't want to do that. Is it a widget? See, they changed everything. New poll, no. Style, no. Media assets, there we go. I don't know where my pictures are, though. I can play music. I don't know if I need a subscription for that though. That's the problem. Let's try this. This is a YouTube feature. Can't do it. Why? Why? Oh no. It's all blank. I don't even remember how I did that. It's all because YouTube, not YouTube, StreamYard. Everything's all different now. So I don't. I get the only thing that's similar is this. Is the banners, banners and comments. That's it. That's it. So we need. I got rid of all my groups on Messenger, so I can't do that. They don't care and it don't come. I used to send out the live stream when I went live to my groups, my chat groups, but they don't pay attention to that. It's like, every few hours you would see that someone's live. It's like I don't want to go to everybody's live stream. I don't have time for that. I don't have time. So I think these animals, we get animals running around here. It's like a farm. It's a cat farm. I'm glad the dog's quiet though. The dog is quiet. There's so many dogs barking here. So many dogs barking here in the Philippines. It's like sometimes it's all night long. Not all night, but like half the night. It's like, why is he barking? I get my coffee here. It's a French press. Isn't that beautiful? There's still a lot of coffee left. I start off with water in the morning. You gotta have water in your body. But then I switch to coffee and then back to water. I don't drink coffee all day long. I do have a cup later though, around dinner time. Not with dinner. It's usually either before or after dinner. One or the other. I don't usually do both. I don't have as much coffee. Emotion New Soul. That name sounds very familiar. Hey, long time. Yeah. I didn't do live streams for a while. For quite a while. And then my wife got sick. I was doing live streams, but it was sporadic. So here I am. I did one like 2 or 3 days ago, but so I'm starting to get back into it. Good to see you, my friend. Awesome. You may or may not have noticed that I may or may not, I can't remember. I unsubscribed to, and people don't talk about this, but I unsubscribed to a lot of people. First, I said, okay, after 4 years, if you're still under 1,000 subscribers, you don't need me subscribed to you. Because I'm not, a lot of times we used to give away, she's doing a little better, but she was climbing uphill. She had 3 surgeries 8 months ago, back in November. I think it was 8 months. Yeah, about that. Back on November 8th, it started. And then, so she's through a lot of it. She's starting to walk now, but we still sleep downstairs. She's only been upstairs twice, so it's hard. It's a little bit hard for her to get up the stairs. So that's another video. If you want to see the story, there are some videos. It's on a playlist. But whatever, if you're interested, the story is out there. So where was I? Completely threw me off. That happens a lot. I'll review a live stream. And it's like I'm talking about something, and then I don't finish the story, and that's why. So thank you anyway. Thank you for that. I completely forgot about what I was talking about. But it happens because there's interaction. That's why. Oh, I should rewind it, but I don't want to do that. Well, let's try that. We can do that. Give me a 2nd. Yeah. The dogs are starting up. All right. I guess that is over. That was a while back, so we'll skip that. The dogs are starting to bark. Isn't that weird? We were talking about that, and then I didn't hear any dogs, and now they're all yapping. So there is a way to stop that. It's there are videos that have frequencies that are above the hearing range of the human ear, and the dogs will shut up. Sometimes you can hear it. We all have different hearing ranges. As we get older, it drops. So, but it's like it's right at the top. It's like it's like I can barely hear it, and then it goes away because it's going up. I guess they use an oscillator or something like that. It works. They'll shut up for a while, especially if you leave it on. Because if it's at the right frequency, you won't hear it, and then the dogs hear it, and they keep quiet. So I think low frequencies, and motorcycles have low frequencies, and there's a lot of motorcycles here. But with certain frequencies, I don't know if it's the muffler issues or what is doing that, but they'll bark a lot. I think so. It's sound that's doing it. And then when you change the frequency, they shut up. So that's the other thing. So I think low frequencies drive dogs crazy, and then high frequencies calm them down. I don't know why, but it works. We know that to be effective and true. True. Nobody knows what's true anymore. The retards are going to take over the world. That's already been written. People don't understand that. Jay, keep going. My youngest daughter said, Jay, Dad, I miss the time when we just talked and God wasn't in the conversation. Don't talk about God, okay? It's like the devil has an influence on her. And it's like she says that I said things. It's like, that ain't true. Because I don't do that. There's certain things I don't do. I get upset and a curse word will slip out. Forgive me, Lord, for I have cursed. But I don't curse the Lord. That's not going to happen. And I don't mock people. Why would I tell someone to their face that they've done something that isn't true? Because I can't lie. I don't make things up. So how is it back in the USA? There was a woman, I helped her get 3 jobs. I hired her once, and then I gave her a reference. But the reference, I didn't just say, well, she did this and that very well. She's a good employee. I didn't do that. I said, first I told them who I was and what I was about. I'm a controller. You're a controller. Here's what we're up against. I said, I told her something once. If I told her twice, I never had to tell her again. Get her in the building before it's too late, before she goes somewhere else. I said, because she's a good one. I said, she isn't perfect, but if you tell her twice, you'll never have to worry about it again. She got those jobs twice. It was just a phone interview. I didn't you don't go anywhere to give somebody a good reference. That doesn't happen. So, but if you tell them that you know what they're up against, then they know that it's true. I know what you're up against. So she got the jobs. Last time I talked to her, she said, Jay, America's not the same anymore. It's fucked up. There I go, cursing again. I don't think she said that. She said, everything's weird now. I said, yeah. Do not be deceived. Flies are coming. The flies are coming. Dogs are barking and flies are coming. There were no flies here. I don't know where he came from. I gotta shut that light. That's why it's so bright. I gotta kill that light. Give me 2 seconds, 3 seconds. That probably changed nothing. Yeah, it didn't change anything. But it didn't need to be on either. So I got to figure out the brightness problem. It's probably just a difference in brightness, you know, because in order to show me, no, it has to cut out the light. So I'm not sure what's going on. Not sure. There's a lot of things I'm not sure. Every time I try something different, it doesn't work. I'm one of those trial and error guys. That's the best way to be. People go to school and they get a background in something. It's just a little bit of knowledge and they think they know everything. It's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Because I was a controller for 26 years. It was a constant education. There's no way. I had a food and beverage manager. He was stealing little things. I hated that. And he said, "How do?" We were talking. It was a long time ago, 2008. And he said, "How do you know? You're not in food and beverage." I said, "I know everything. I'm the controller." Every time I said, one of the things you agreed to when you took this job is you have a personal bank issued by the hotel, which belongs to the hotel. And you agreed that you understand that it's up to the controller or the general manager's discretion. We will count your bank. We will tell you we want to count your bank and you will be the witness. I'm not ready. My bank ain't right. You'll count it on Monday. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So I knew he was like borrowing money out of his bank. Even if he was stealing, I would never get rid of somebody for stealing. I tell them they didn't follow a procedure that's required. I did that to a cashier once. I didn't fire that guy, but he ended up like disappearing, like not long after that. But and then his replacement called me a genius. I had a cashier. He was doing the same thing. I said, but I didn't accuse him of stealing. I accused him of failure to complete a required step in your job. And that's a warning. You're not fired. You don't lose your job. It's just a warning. You could be here for years with that warning. We'll just forget about it. It never disappears, but we don't hold it against you either. You can still be promoted or whatever. Good morning. There's the housekeeper. She'll open up these curtains. Maybe. It's okay. It's very bright. It's okay. There's good and bad about having help. But when she's not here, it's like, I wish she was here. We need to have something done. It lets me be lazy, but it also lets me do other stuff like this. Keeps me from having to do chores. I called a friend of ours, and I said, "Come on over. We get wine." She said, "No, I have chores." I didn't say wine. I said, "Come on over. We miss you. We haven't seen you in a while." "No, I have to do laundry and cook lunch," because she has family over there. What do you want? One of the cats. They always come by meowing. I think, what do you want? Be quiet. I'll cut your head off. I don't kill my cats, but if they keep having kittens, stop it. Not on the live stream. Can you guys hear that? Maybe you can't hear that. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Too much light over there. Let's go. Wrong way. Oh. The wall's reflecting the sun, and I don't know why it's hazy. It's hazy out there. Not sure what the heck is going on here. I'm trying to get the best angle for the light. I don't know. I'm not out here very often, so. And then I don't know what time of year it is, so maybe I'm not out here in July. I don't know. Or maybe the cloud structure is different. Maybe it's. The haze is acting like a magnifier right now because it's not thick enough. If it was dark clouds, it would be better. So, what are we talking about? How do you like that thumbnail? I should put that up as a question. How do I do that? They won't say anything. There's not enough people chatting to really do that, I guess. I'm just getting used because I don't use the feature, and it's all new. I've done a few live streams with everything changed, but I don't. I'll need more people acting in the channel, not just watching, but also working in the channel before I can really dig into all that stuff. I don't know. How many times have I said I don't know? I don't usually say that, but today I'm saying it. I don't know why. I don't know. It's just my mindset right at the moment. I'm just in that mindset. The coffee's still hot. It's going down. At some point I'll have to stop drinking it, but it's still tastes good. That's how I know. If it loses if all of a sudden it doesn't taste good, it's time to stop drinking it. I've done this long enough to know. So all the other whack jobs, by now they would be done with their live stream because they ran out of subject matter. I never had any. I started with none because the subject changes, but it's up to you guys. It's up to you guys. Oh, crossing streets. That's what I was talking about. Ever wonder what it's like to cross a busy street in the Philippines? You never know. Don't fucking blink. Don't blink and don't let your mind wander when you're crossing the street here. And I mean the main street, the main avenues. East Manila Road will kill you. They'll run you a kamusta. Auntie Grace, mega love shout out. Auntie Grace is here. Norma's inside. I'm doing an outside live stream. She's not ready to go fully live. Not with me, anyway. We don't always go. We used to sing and all that stuff, and sing and joke around, but that's days gone by. I'm okay. Norma's as still recovering. She may be recovering for a long time, but she's not quite 100% walking, but I would say 90, 95%. So even when in the days when we were playing catch with the softball, baseball glove and ball, she's still playing like a girl, not really fully into that. But she can't do it anymore. She can't even do that anymore. So I always played sports, baseball and basketball and football. I love American football. Kids, they play on the high school football team. They learn a little bit. Then they follow the National Football League, the American football. The oblong ball, it's got a point. It's got 2 points. It's not round. And then they think they know everything. It's like, okay, you've been doing this probably 5-6 years. You've been watching, you're 29. You've been, 10, 11, 12 years. I've been watching since 1973. It doesn't matter what you did yesterday. Kids think that everything is an even progression. And then at some point you fall off the cliff and then you're no good anymore. It doesn't, not everyone has the same curve. And they don't see it. They always make predictions and all this stuff. It's like, that team's better than your team because the Lions had a great record one year with a weak schedule and then they fell off. The same thing's going to happen to you. They don't see it. You sucked in the playoffs because you played a tough schedule. It's playoffs are tough schedules. So that's why it's the playoffs. That's why it's the championship. But they won those games. It's not just the quarterback. Look, I'll say this. Most days she's okay, but we're all appointed to die once, and then the judgment. So, and I keep saying to her, I could die before you, even though it looks good for me now. My next birthday I'll be 70. I see guys in their 50s that look older than me. But looks are just looks. There could be something inside me. Now, the last time I saw a doctor, he did a chest x-ray. Perfect. Blood pressure, perfect. Well, almost perfect. Don't think that, one time they told me my blood pressure is slightly elevated. We're going to have to keep watching you. And, you have to keep watching, these things. It's not really true. One thing that's true is you being lied to. Like you don't even know how you're being lied to. So do not be deceived. I can't tell this to my kids. They don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about God, Dad. I have my own God. That's what they say to me. It's like, you don't know what you're talking about. No, it's you, Dad. You don't know what you're and then they give me devil bullshit. That's how you know. They don't know that. They don't know that I can figure out the liars very quickly. They don't know how. Because God gives you that discernment. They don't realize it. No, it's not true. That's just what they say. The Bible was written by men. There's contradictions in it. No, it's not. There's no contradictions. If you go to a court of law and 4 witnesses see this, or 5 witnesses see the same accident or crime, they'll have something different to say about little things that they saw. Those are not contradictions. They all saw someone get killed by a gun that fired a bullet. They saw that. 5 people saw that. That will be the awareness, the witness that everyone agrees on. They all said it. But one guy will say, well, there's 2 girls and a guy and a dog. One guy will leave the dog out. He'll say, there's a couple of people there. So they'll all describe the side stuff a little bit differently. And that's exactly what the Gospels do. And they think, oh, there's discrepancies in the Bible. It's contradictions. No, it isn't. There's no contradictions at all. Here's what's freaky. There's cross references that prove truth in books of the Bible that were written hundreds and hundreds of years apart. How is that possible? And then there are the prophecies. Over 700 prophecies have come true, and it's only the book of Revelation that we're waiting for. How is that true? That means God is true. Because God told people what to write and how to write it. They're saying that, well, the different gospel writers had different writing styles, different centuries, different years. The Bible wasn't talking to us. It was talking for us to people who lived thousands of years ago. And most people don't understand that. No, the translations means it's not true. That's why true Bible study has to have people with different translated Bibles. I had a Bible study where I had the New International Version, or somebody else had the American Standard Version, somebody else had the New King James Bible, somebody else had the Ethiopian Bible. Like we had different Bibles, different translated Bibles. And then now there are some people that have Bible study. Well, let's look at the meaning of some words in Greek. That's when you really find out what it's about, because the original New Testament was written in Greek. Not the New Greek, the Old Greek. So that's the other thing. Old English is different than today's English. American Standard, I've got that American Standard Bible, It looks old because it is old. It was written in. I received it in 1964 when I was 7. The English was slightly different than today. Today, you have so much street jargon. Everything's a curse now. People, I can live my own life. I know what I'm doing. You don't know the truth from a lie. I go by on Facebook. You're connected to all the people you went to school with, right? That's how they got started. That's how they get you in. They connect you with people you knew in school. I don't know how they figure that out, but they do. It doesn't always get done right away, but they find out, and then because you tell Facebook where you grew up, and then I guess that's how they know. But then I found out they're all influenced by the devil. The devil. They don't want to hear that because they're too stupid to know. When you don't know, when you're not putting God first, the devil steps in and they don't see it. As a matter of fact, it offends them and they freak out. If they hear the word God, they get pissed off. That's how I know my daughter's influenced by the devil. She doesn't want to hear it. So I can't really work. I can't talk to her. Dad, you told Ma that I'm on heroin. No, Ma told me. I don't lie. I don't make things up about people. I don't do that. That's the other thing that she doesn't know because she doesn't think it's true. I don't make things up. No, I could forget something, but I'm not talking about blaming people for things they didn't do. That's not what I forget. I forget the timeline of events. Like if I see an accident, I'm not talking about, yesterday and the day before. I'm talking about the accident. You know, I was never witness to gunshots. Who fired first? Well, that's not the issue. So there's things that I don't get deceived about because I have discernment. People don't know where that comes from. They don't know where that comes from. How do you like the thumbnail? I didn't. There's no text in it, but I just thought. I have thousands of pictures of jeepneys in the night, but I use that one. I don't have a picture exactly like that. I made that, but I liked it. So I'm the jeepney guy. The Jeepney Chronicles. There's no one doing better jeepney videos than me. It's not true. I am the leader. I have millions of views on jeepneys. Thousands of jeepney videos. Thousands. Millions of views. I'm the jeepney guy. I should advertise that more. Let me see. I want to do something. I'm going to be quiet for a second here. It's all true. When you write true, everything I say is true. If not, call me out. Call me out. What am I looking for here? Oh, all right. Wait lang po. Wait lang po. I should start talking more Tagalog. It's easier to listen to it than it is to, but that's hard too. But we get some views. I don't know if the viewer tells me number of views. I don't know if it's up to the minute, but I don't know if it's up to the moment. I don't think that's true. It changes, but it changes every few seconds. It doesn't change I don't think that's live. I think that's like a snapshot, but I don't know the separation of time. So you could see the same number, and then at the end, it's like, oh, I get all these views. I didn't know. People are popping in and leaving. They're not staying because they don't know me. They don't know me. I gotta figure out how to fix that light, but that's probably the best. I want to show the yard. We're not in the shade. I guess the sun is it's hazy, but it's up. What time is it here? It's only 8:30. We might get clouds. Every day there's possible thunder showers every day, so And that's usually in the afternoon or later. In the morning we get sun, but it's a hazy sun, which means humid. It's very humid. Hello and welcome. Please, please click that like button. Smash that like button, guys. That's the best thing you can do right now. Like and comment. But the comments are not in the chat. That's just the chat. The comments will not be ready until we stop the live stream. You cannot make a true comment on a live stream. It's only when it becomes a video after we stop the show. It becomes a video, but chats are welcome to. Well, that's okay. We can have chats. Chat will let you know that you're watching, that you stopped in. Edward, are you still watching? Probably not. I asked him to tell his friends that J Mike is live. Run the live stream. I don't know who's watching. I don't know. Yeah. In and out, in and out, in and out. I would like to know how that works, though. That counter. If it's truly live or if it's a snapshot of every 30 seconds or every 15 seconds. It could be every 10 seconds. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's snapshots of every 10. I'm guessing every 10 seconds. That's my guess, and I'm sticking to it. But I know why I'm sitting here saying I don't know. I'm starving. That's why. I did not eat. When I eat, the show will go crazy. So, how many people watch Twitter? Who's on Twitter? I have a Twitter account. It's crazy. I don't do Philippines on Twitter. I have posted one or two videos in the past, but I just repost stuff I see, like truth. So, people are living a lie on YouTube. A lie. And when you have discernment, you will know what's true and what's not. I mean, if something is an absolute lie, you'll know. But people think it's true. People think Joe Biden and Barack Obama were the greatest president, and Bill Clinton were the greatest presidents. That's BS. I mean, even like 30, 40 years ago, I didn't like those people because I knew something about them. I knew they were conniving liars. I knew Obama was a communist. I knew that because he attended a church that was un-American. I knew that. The dog's chewing. I don't know why there's a fake plant. We have thousands or hundreds of real plants growing here, and then there's a fake plastic one down there. I don't know where that came from. And the dog's chewing it. It's like, stop eating that, Charlie. What are you doing? I don't know why that's there. I'm against fake plants, especially here where we have like hundreds of real plants. When you have the clay pots, we have a lot of them. When the plant becomes root bound, the plant will break the pot. It'll keep growing, and then there'll be stress on the pot, and then it will crack. That's why your pots crack. Oh, I changed the subject too much, don't I? Well, that's me. That's J Mike. At least I'm not mocking people. I will mention that people believe a lie, and they'll go to their grave believing a lie, but I won't mock them for it. I will say I can't believe it, and that it's sad, but I don't make things up. There's no need. I'll tell you you're a liar. You're a lying thief. Most people are lying thieves. That's true. If you ever defrauded an insurance company for money, you're a lying thief because you have to lie to get the money. And you're a thief. You stole the money. Well, they're thieves too. Well, two wrongs don't make a right. That just tells me who you are, not who they are. You don't have to buy insurance. Insurance is one of the big scams on the planet Earth. One of the big scams is insurance. Healthcare insurance, apartment insurance, or home insurance, I'm insured against break-ins because they might steal stuff. Who's going to break into your house and steal stuff? What do you have? It's hard to walk out with a 50-inch TV. Well, I got a beautiful TV. It's 50 inches. It's upstairs in my bed. The farthest away from any of the doors is up in my bedroom. It's like you got to jump out the window, and you can't throw the TV out because we have steel cages over the windows. You have to carry that down all the way through the house and out to the driveway and put it in a truck and drive away with the gate open. And you can't get the gate open. They're 8 feet high. There's spiky spikes on top that get to the 8th foot. You're not getting out of here with the 50-inch TV. You're not. Plus, the dogs will bark. The dog will never stop barking. He barks when friendly people come over. Oh, he's definitely barking when you come, unless you shoot him. If you're going to shoot my dog and steal my TV, you can have it. Good luck to you. You can have it, but you're not going to do that just for a TV. TVs are cheap now. It's not. It's the expensive part of a TV is the electric bill. We have so many things that plug in that it's just the electric bill is unbelievable. And that's just from because you got to have a lot, because the house is built over like 35 years ago. So back then, Philippines didn't have codes like American has a strict code because they're communist. They've always been communist. And then they talk about, we're fighting communism. Yeah, but you're losing. Even though you think you're winning, you're exposing it, but you ain't doing anything about it. You're just exposing it. The lying thieves and all that stuff. They run the country. It's not Donald Trump. Donald Trump's the one person that's not lying, and he's fighting on your behalf, and you don't like the guy. That's absurd, because the media has brainwashed all of you. The media has brainwashed all of you, because it's been there all your life. Then you think they're your friend. They're not your friend. The media is not your friend. They've always lied, and that everybody hates Trump because half of all people are stupider than the other half. So Hillary Clinton said this. So I'm gonna go to my enemy, your friend, and I'm gonna tell you what your friend said. That most people are stupid, and that's true. The average IQ, I used to hear that it was higher than it really is, but now I'm hearing that it's 100. That's pretty darn dumb. Those are the people that will never leave their hometown. And you live in a small city next to the capital, and you're still there after you were born there, you grew up there, you went to school there, and you're still there. And now you live in senior housing in the same place. I don't want to mock anybody, but the world is screwed up because of you. And then you're there complaining about the cost of your electric bill, you're not complaining about the skyrocketing cost of electricity. You're complaining about your cable TV bill, but you won't get rid of cable TV because you're enslaved to it and you think it's all true. TV, if you have a TV, or I should say a connection to the TV channels, you're getting fake news and make-believe movies and programming, and what it's all fake and make-believe. Nothing is real. Reality TV was the biggest fake thing in the world. There's nothing real about it. What do? You get voted off the show. That's not real. Oh, we don't like you because you speak too much truth and it offends us, so you're off. You're off the show. What is that? That's make-believe. All these reality shows, that was 20, 30 years ago? 20, 25 years ago? Really? Really? And then everyone's watching. What'd you watch last night? I didn't watch reality TV, that's for sure. Oh, unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And then there's these influencers on YouTube, the expats, the sex pats. All they want to do is have sex and then dump that person and then find somebody else, some other moron to have sex with. Well, if you give them $20 or $30, they'll love you. Really? I'm not giving her a dime. And screw her. Wait, you want someone to love you, but you want to tell everybody else that you're not giving her a dollar because she ain't worth it. What the heck is going on here? If you're not ready for marriage, you're not ready for dating. It's unbelievable. Oh, my whole screen just changed shade of brightness. All right, I guess it's getting brighter out. I don't know. I'll just let that go, though. It's okay. I guess it's okay. People, these are grown men, and then they're selling like phone service to tell me how to do it. I'm 69 years old. I knew how to get chicks when I was 8. What are you talking about? I'm selling information on how to do what with women. How to be a womanizer? What is wrong with you? There's a lot of people doing this. You're begging for money on YouTube, and then you're telling us that YouTube's paying your bills. You're a liar. You're all liars. You're all liars. It costs money to be on YouTube. YouTube doesn't pay you to be on YouTube. You pay them because you got to buy your computer or your phone. You got to buy stuff to go with it. You got to buy these guys. You got to buy cables and plugs and chargers and all that stuff. That's an expense. Sound cards, microphones. That's an expense. That all costs money. If you give super chats, you're really crazy. I used to do that. There's one person I give a super chat to. She to this day, she still sends people to watch my videos and comment. And make sure you comment. That's engagement. Comment, thumbs up. I don't know if they're giving me thumbs up, but there's a few. But I have immersive 4K videos. They're the best. Now I'm talking now, but I don't always talk. I'm not doing like announcements, commentary on my videos. I do talk, but it's not constant. Here we are looking at we're on Rizal Avenue, and in 1799 the Philippines took over. I don't do that. I don't like give them factual information. Sometimes I do. I would rather just let you see the street signs to see what street I'm on. For like 2 seconds instead of just saying, now I'm on Puyat Street and the street goes back to 1900, and I don't do that. It's not that kind of a video. You're just walking as if you're with me today. That's what it is. And no one seems to care. They don't care. Someone said to me, Jay, just keep doing it. You'll people will start to know about you. But then there's other people that, they spend on advertising, and then they get, 90,000 views, and then it's like, this is like moronic. One guy walking in Angeles City, I never heard of him before, and then he's got like 100,000 views walking around like harassing girls. It's like, I'm almost 70 years old. I don't need to see you looking at girls at night, asking them stupid questions. I don't need that. If I want to do that, I'll do it. I don't need someone to say, yeah, it's easy. You just do this and that. Throw them a bone. You don't even know what you're talking about. Now there's courses. I get these ads, and there's courses on how to do small talk, and never say, how are you? Or, what do you do? I can't ever remember in my life saying that. How are you today? What do you do? You don't say that. You don't need a lesson for that. I guess everyone's dumb. I don't know. Everyone's retarded. I know a retard. He came on my live stream. Now, they don't. There's a new word for retard. It's out of the dictionary. It's hard to put the word in there if you're chatting. They're all on the same team now. They're all against the truth. But the word now is autism. No, he's just retarded. See, everybody knows something. Retards, all retards know something. They have trouble dealing with people because they don't have discernment or something's missing. I don't know if they don't have it, but they don't deal with things in the same way. But one guy came on my live stream and he farted, and everyone heard it. He wasn't the only one on the live stream. There was several people on the live stream. He farted. It's like, and he bothered me for years to like watch his videos because, well, his videos were live streams. They weren't especially long, but they were, he would do a 45-minute live stream or an hour or half an hour. And finally he said to me, "Why don't you respond to me?" And I went, "Dude, I've seen enough of your live streams and videos." I said, "You really don't have that many. You don't have a theme. And I don't like talking to people who don't understand the first truth in the world." "What's that?" He asked me, "What's that?" And I said, "The first truth is that in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. That's the first truth." "Don't tell me what to do. You're blocked." And then when I tried to reply to him, and I was already blocked. And it was like 2 minutes later. He blocked me, and I never heard from him again. Because he was, "You offend me." That's what they do. My own sister did that. I offended her with the truth. They can't handle it because the devil is inside them. That's what we're dealing with in America. The devil is in America influencing everyone. Almost, not everyone, but the super majority, and that they're going to be the ones left in the end. And then they're going to go, "We won, they're all gone. Ah!" They're going to burn. I'm not supposed to talk like that. I pray for that, like one can be saved. My children, my daughters, I pray that they can get it. I'm baptized. I'm a Christian. Who puts "I'm a Christian" on their Facebook page? Because you're not. Because you're mocking me, telling me I'm not Christian. I told Norma I wouldn't talk about my family or the religion on YouTube. Not that I won't talk about religion, but I won't talk about the issues with my family. Not in that way, not in the religious way. So that's what I promised, but it's starting to get to me now. It's getting to me. We prayed for them last night that they can see the truth. Lord, the Lord wants everyone to see the truth, but they reject it. So, Lord, I ask you not to give up on my daughters, that they can see the real truth. That I saw a video yesterday. Millions of Christians will go to hell, are in hell. But the dead know nothing. Hell is out of time. It's not. We're in time. Hell is out of time. So when you die, you're out of time. So as far as time is concerned, it's not there. That's discernment. It's hard to wrap your head around that. But eternity is outside of time. So it's got nothing to do with time. So it's hard to figure out what's going on there, but that's all I can say about that. Oh, I gotta check something. Hold on. I gotta do this. I gotta do it. So 225. That's okay. So I gotta start writing an outline of what I'm going to talk about. But it's so early that I wasn't really up to anything except to just turn it on and give it a shot. So, and we're not usually out here all the time. So I'll play this back and see what I think about it. I don't know. That's the theme today. I don't know. I don't usually do that. I don't think. I don't think I usually say that. Hindi ko alam, Edward, if you're still here. I don't know. So how long have we been here? Oh, we've been here an hour and 20. I was going to be here like longer, but I don't know how long I can sit here. It's so hot out here. There's no wind, so I can feel the humidity. The fan's on. Oh, yeah. But it's only hitting me like once every 9 seconds. 1 second out of 10. I should just take it off. Stop the swing and just leave it on myself. Maybe that'll feel better. It will possibly rain later. There's no puddles, which means I don't think it rained last night. I don't know. That I really don't know. So what have we talked about? We've talked about, I don't have a pen and paper. I'm not keeping notes. We talked about expats. We didn't name anybody, but we talked about really the theme of mocking each other and calling each other out. It's weird. I usually forget over the years, I forget things that I saw. Because to me, I don't stamp it into my memory. I see it and then that's it, and then I let it go. I don't stamp it in my memory, especially if I don't know you. But somebody posted a video in the comments on his own page, and I'm like, oh, I forgot. I did see this, and I forgot about it. I didn't realize it was him because I didn't know his name. Somebody doxed him, his full name, full 3 names, and he's got several names or by names in his YouTube channel. And I thought, if he's got that small amount of subscribers with this many people in his live stream, he must have had his channel taken down and then started over. But I don't think that's true. I think he's a Johnny-come-lately. And he has a core of viewers, and I think it's because they're all gay. Or half of them are gay, saying he's the greatest, and then half of them are straight, saying that it's disgusting. That's what I think. And it's a finite number of people. But the people that don't like him are watching because he says outrageous things. And then the other people say, well, he's the greatest. He's the greatest Filipino or person in the Philippines doing this. It's like, he's the only one doing it. Well, there's other people like fighting back. But he's like doing it like for a theme. It's not going to end well for him. I'm not making any threats. That's the way I see it. It will not end well for him. I already forgot his name. I know his first name is Richard, but I forget his middle name and last name because right at the moment it doesn't matter because he doesn't go by it anyway. So to me, I don't really need to know. I could look back and see if I could find that. But the video of him with a transgender was like, that was very revealing. And what the heck? Why are you mocking people? You're the biggest fool out there. When you mock like that, you become a fool. Like everyone sees it. And if they think that's great, it's because they're the same. Which, power to you, as Big E says, do what you want to do. It doesn't matter to me. That's true. It doesn't matter to me. But I worry about you because you're on wide is the gate to destruction. Wide is the road to destruction. And I pray that God can have mercy on your souls. But without holiness, no one will see the glory of heaven or God. I don't want to talk about God. Okay, so you reject God. Don't give me that and then tell me that you miss our conversations. What is going on here? I pray that God has mercy. That's what I said on your mother's deathbed. That was a private moment, but it's been 5 years. It's been just a little bit over 5 years. I'm gonna mention it. I want God to have mercy on everybody's soul. I'm not gonna pull a gun or a dagger on you. That's for sure. The penalty for doing a ladyboy is to have your thing cut off. No, that's not what I'm talking about. You're gonna be judged by God. Don't judge me. You're offending me. No, the Lord's gonna judge you. All will bow. God's not sending you to hell. God's going to tell you lived your life to be where you want to be without me. I don't know exactly how that's going to work out, but that's what I do know. I'm not saying I don't know about that. When I was saying I don't know, that means I don't have anything lined up to say. But when I'm talking about that, people say, leave God out. The people with almost no knowledge of God always say the same things. That's also how you know. That's why they're tuning out. You're tuning out because you don't know. You don't know much. I know all about God. I know what I heard. You know what you heard? Yeah, you heard the unbelievers. You heard the all the physicists, the people in universities that don't believe, they're all bitter. They're bitter and they have a problem in their lives. And it's usually apparent. So what are my kids' problems with me? They're grown up now, and I decided to come to the Philippines because I think make America great again. I love the old America, the one that I knew when I grew up before cell phones, smartphones. Cell phones with the little flip phones, those were cell phones, but now we get smartphones, that do everything. We're heading towards total automation and total authoritarianism. It's coming. Hope it ends before it fully tortures us. But I can't control that. No one knows the time or hour. But we do know the signs are showing that there is an uptick in volcanoes and earthquake activity around the world. There's an uptick. God said that would happen. Those are the birth pains. God said that 2,000 years ago. The book of Revelation, it's all written out. And the problem is, it's not true. The problem is the prophecies are coming true. There's a problem with you saying that it's not true, because it is true. There's no contradictions in the Bible. It's all true. All the prophecies have come true in order. In order. It's unbelievable. We don't have enough time to talk about all of that, other than to say it's true. You better get right with God. My brother says that. You better get right with God. We're closer to the end today than we were yesterday. Where it's for sure. Oh, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. We're an hour and a half in, so that's what happens. I get to it. And maybe people know, but you know what? I'm living a real life, guys. We have real life problems. I'm not whining about that. The videos are made about Norma's processes and not all the little paperwork detail. None of that. We don't show her taking pills and stuff. We show her that she is to be seen with a therapist, a little bit and all that, but family. But it's a playlist. It is, what's the name of the playlist? It's there somewhere. What's the name of the, I'm trying to figure out the exact name. I got a bunch of playlists. Where are we? Where do I look? Here we go, right here. Okay, so we got Filipino scenes. We got popular Jeepney shorts. We got Jay and Norma's adventures. We got walking tours. We got A-list. We got McLaren walking tour series. That's only 4 videos. And then we have recovery is built one moment at a time. That's Norma's ordeal. How many videos are there? There's four videos, but they're long. They're good. They're all good videos. Recovery is the first word in that. So if you want to take a look at that watching TV, not something that you want to be watch on the phone unless you just want to give it a view. Good morning, hubby, and everyone in the chat. I am good and better. Emotion, soul, the greatest thing. I don't know if they're still here, but it's hard to track if everyone's still here. That's why I talk to them as soon as I see them. I don't know if they keep chatting. I'll know they're still here. So I don't know how long I want to go because my tummy is empty. I keep saying I need to go. I need to fast, but I don't want to talk about it. That's something I shouldn't talk about. I'm not fasting. I'm just hungry. The coffee is good. It's almost gone. There's a little bit. I still have a cup here, so it's not as hot. Let's see. Slightly warm. Honey, you waited 90 minutes to say hello. You got to do that in the first 30 minutes, 30 or 40 minutes. You were asleep when I came out here. That's right. I forgot. Norma wakes up in weird hours in the morning, and then she's sleeping, at weird hours in the day. She's awake for the meals, though. We eat good here. Life is good here, and life is so good. No one wants to hear about when you're all about the good part of life. No one wants to hear that. When you want to talk about sucking dick, everyone wants to hear that. They all want to hear it. That's why I said that. He's the greatest. He's the GOAT. Now, in American English, the GOAT means greatest of all time. Really? He's been around for 3 years. He's a scumbag. I wouldn't say that to his face because everyone deserves a little dignity. But it did pop out. People made videos calling me a scumbag, and they didn't even know me. He's fucking not about me. I called him out. That's a different guy. That's not the same guy. He is a real no-brainer. Oh, I don't want to bump into him. It's too much of a battle. I'll just call him a wanker. There was another troll from Great Britain. I don't know if he was from Ireland. He might have been from Ireland. And he was like giving me crap. And I said, you're a wanker. And that was the end of it. You don't want to hear that. They don't like it. The Brits don't like it. Well, the UK people. I say UK when I don't. It can be Scotland or Ireland or Wales. I think Wales is just England. It's like a barangay or, a county. Wales. She's the Princess of Wales. It's pretty much England. It's UK. No, Jay, England is so small compared to the Philippines and America. Canada's small too. It's just large space, but it's mostly mountains and ice. Nobody lives up north in Canada. Nobody. Maybe Sasquatch. Oh, the flies are coming, honey. It must be lunchtime. No, it's not. What time is it? Where's my clock? 9:04? We're just getting started, guys. Let me change the banner here. I'm going to create a banner. Now, when I come back, right, let's see if I can do that. Oh, it's not a banner. What is that? Oh, there's some slight changes here. So I didn't. Oh, hold on. I want to see if that. Okay, so that's it for 10 seconds. Now I will go here. Where am I? Like that. Where is it? Oh. Wait, oh, oh, I guess it's too late for that. All right, I will be right back. The coffee is almost empty. I gotta warm up. I gotta warm it up though. Okay, I'll be right back. Don't go away, guys. All right, my wife. Oh, that didn't stay there. My wife is watching live, and she says, "I'm still watching you, and you're still talking. How can that be?" I said, "You're not live. You're like 3 or 4 minutes ago." And she said, I refreshed. You're still behind. You're not on the live stream. You're not live. You're not live, honey. Okay, so and she heard me say, you know, a curse phrase, and I'm like, okay, I was mad. There's a lot of people, especially expats, who are doing what I said. I don't want to keep repeating it because my true friends get upset. Like, Jay, you're not supposed to curse like that. But the problem is that it strikes a nerve with everyone because they're doing it. That's why they like the big shot. The big shot in the Philippines. Big Shot Travel. That's not his main name. It's like unbelievable. Your real name is Richard. I don't have a problem personally with you because he's not talking about me. So, I mean, I don't personally have a problem, but I just think it's not good. It's not good. That should stop. And then everybody else is retaliating, so they do videos, and it just gets weird. And then he beats them up some more. And the thing is, I'm looking at the cat. We had a bunch of cats here because they stay outside and they get pregnant. So they want to eat all the time. Even when I feed them, they still want to eat. Oh, I fed a stray cat once. I said, honey, this cat won't go away. I'm going to give her some food. And she never left, and she had like 50 kittens. We got rid of a bunch of them, but then they have more kittens. Like the next day, they're getting pregnant the next day. So I keep changing the subject. There's so many men just like him. That's the problem. I think that and I see in the chat, right, like it's ridiculous. And then I think, what are these guys, 16 or 17? Maybe they're 18? It's like, and then they turn out to be old men. It's like, what is wrong with it? Is that why they come here? To see and be with each other? It's crazy. You're influenced by Satan himself, the devil. A lot of people think Satan's a nice guy. It's like you're in trouble. Satan is pretending to be a nice guy, but he's the father of lies, and people don't have discernment. They don't have discernment. That's how I know that you're one of them, because you deny the power of the Lord. How do you think this all got created? Earth is a test to find out where you belong, because without holiness, no one will see the kingdom of God. He can't have you. If you're unholy, God can't have you. That's why he said to Moses, you will die if you see me. God is light, fire. Fire creates light. That's why everyone's going to burn. You don't want that. But your life is deciding that. If you die with unholiness, you will not see the kingdom of God. That's all there is to it. I wish I could be more holy. I'm worried about that because people get to me and I curse. And that's Norma. I need Norma to understand that the ways of men and people in the world, I'm very sensitive and it gets to me, and then I curse and about it. And because it bothers me, because I care. People think, oh, you don't care. You don't talk about God. That's stupid. That's what people say to me. Really. So it offends you. That means you're not protected from the devil. I don't follow the devil. Yeah, you do. See, devil doesn't want you to know he's real. He's very clever. Cleverness is not wisdom, guys. Cleverness was never wisdom, and it never will be. And everyone thinks they're clever. My battery is low. Why? Shoot, it's plugged in. Oh, it's not plugged in. I forgot. Hold on, guys. What happened? All right, I'm back. Thank you guys for waiting. Thanks for sticking around. Who's here? It is Newski TV. Awesome. Good to see you. Thank you. Good morning, also. We've been here a while. We're just getting started, though. So that's my famous line. We're just getting started. So I think we're good with the power. Once I found the converter, I thought we were plugged in, and then I realized when I saw low bat, I realized I never got the extra plug to fit the Filipino plugging, and electrical is different here. So we get the old 2, and I had the new 3-prong connector. So I have to have a connector for it. So that's the thing about the Philippines. It's like, because it's 240. It's not. America is overprotective of their people. It's like you're living in communism, even though Trump is president. He's fighting it, and they're using the media to get rid of him, to destroy him, and it's not stopping. So the media. So some big companies are realizing this, and they're pulling their ads. So that's how they'll crush ABC, CBS, NBC, and CNN. That's how they're going to crush them, is by pulling their advertising. But those are shoppers. Those are the people buying stuff. We need new. America needs new networks, is what they need. So the elites own the television media, and people don't realize that. They don't realize they're being lied to, and they've been getting lied to. They hate the person that's fighting for them with a passion. Even my own mother said that. I don't like Donald Trump. It's because you watch TV, Ma. No, I don't watch TV, Ma. Your TV's on. I'm watching you. Your TV's on. I don't pay attention to. Yeah, you don't pay attention to anything, Ma. That's the problem. You're going to go to your grave not understanding the truth. I've told her that like 10 times. She doesn't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. My own sister, we were arguing about truth. What's happening? This was like 10 or 11 years ago. You're offending me. I love the devil. I suck devil cock. That's really what they're doing. They worship the devil. We don't have to wait for end times. They're already worshiping him. It's not even going to be hard. You will take the mark. That's how that's how real this is. It bothers me. I get to be careful not to curse too much. I'm not supposed to curse at all. Without holiness, no one will see the kingdom of God. It's unbelievable. What can I say? I've. Oh, give me a minute and I'll go off my rocker. J Mike is off his rocker. This is a good one. I'm off my rocker. Maybe that'll be my new live theme. Live from the Philippines, J Mike is off his rocker. But I'm not. How do you like that thumbnail, guys, that I have? The picture of the girl getting ready to get on the Jeepney. Or watching it drive away, I'm not sure which. You can see that's an AI photo, so I don't know who took that picture. That's not one of mine. I don't know where AI got that picture. I don't know. So let's change that. See if I like it. I don't really like blue, but let's see what happens. Wait a minute. There we go. No, I don't want that. There's no. It's hard to get the right shade of blue here. That's too dark. All right. All right. Well, we'll leave it there. Where are we, banners? There we go. Red and blue. So, without holiness, no one will see the kingdom of God. I don't know why people don't worry about that. They just want to have sex. So that's the cleanest way I can say it. They just want to have sex and money and talk about money. It's like rich people don't tell everybody they're living a 5-star lifestyle. They don't do that. That's how you know it's a lie. Now, if you're you're not even a trust fund, baby, because you probably wouldn't be here. You're probably a lying thief. You probably lied to the Veterans Administration to get my mind went blank, to get disability pay on top of your military pension. So that's why everyone's talking about $3,000 a month. But you're spending too much money on healthcare because someone did a video in his hotel room, so people will think he's living a 5-star lifestyle. This is absurd. Anybody can get a hotel room and do a video, and then it's like, oh, you have a nice, because all hotel rooms look nice. But he walked past the table where he had like 15 bottles of pills. So he's there for more than one day. Because if you're just there for one night, you don't really need all your pills. It's like, what is wrong with you? Your healthcare and your drug supply, your prescription medicine, is taking up half your freaking income. Oh, and I'm not bragging, because there may come a day. I don't think I'm going to take pills, though, other than pain relief. If it turns out I'm dying, or I think I'll find out, oh, you're getting weaker, Jay. That's probably what's going to happen. You're getting weaker, Jay. You don't get much longer. You can't get up. I've fallen and I can't get up. That's why I worry about my wife. She's laying down a lot. So that's the beginning of the end, people. You got to get up. It's hard, though, because it feels so good to lie down. When you're my age, I say, honey, we don't know who's going first. It could be me. It could be me. You always have to plan that. You can't plan it, but it always has to be on your mind. I could be next. There's no guarantee I'm going to outlive my oldest aunt, who lived the longest. She lived the longest. My grandmother's first baby lived the longest, 95. There were, oh no, I'm sorry. That's not the longest. My grandmother's mother. My mother's 90. Her mother died at 93, and her mother, my great grandmother, died at 102. So 95 is not the oldest. So I still have a long way to go. That doesn't mean I have that time, but in order to surpass that, that will still be a long time. But there's no guarantee that I'm alive tomorrow. And everyone has to keep that in mind. You could be next. We don't know. No man knows when it's his time. Your life could be demanded of you right away. Tonight, the book of wisdom is Proverbs, guys. If you see a quote and it says author unknown, it's probably God. Proverbs, written through the hand of Solomon and I think King David. These are the forefathers of Jesus. Nobody understands that. The Bible is God telling us the timeline of the family to Jesus Christ, your Savior. Nobody understands that. They hate it. They don't even want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Why do my kids not want to hear it? I wasn't a good enough teacher to them. I brought them to church on Sundays, but it wasn't enough. You really can't let your kids off the hook when they're little. And I asked for not only God's forgiveness, but His help too with my children, because I'm not there anymore. They're grown up. They're not babies. Well, I hear this from relatives that were never close to me, right? You're not doing your job. You abandoned your kids. No, I didn't. They're grown up. One of my daughters will be turning 40. I'm just a chat message away. We can talk on video chat anytime they want, and they don't want to. It's hard to smile with this going on, but Jesus said they will hate you too. They hated me, and they will hate you too, which is true. It's one of the things I love about the Philippines is that when we pray before meals, and when we have a party, we do the same thing. When there's 15 people here, or 20, or 17, whatever it is, 11, we have a big meal out here. We have tables. There's 2 tables for 6 each. This one you can fit more than 6, but comfortably it's 8. 8 can fit comfortably here, and then 6 over there. But whatever. There's another table over there. There's 2 or 3 more that can sit out there. So there's 12. Thank you for comfortably sitting. There's like 15 or 16. But we get the veranda inside. There can be a few people sitting there. We get the air-conditioned kitchen and living room inside. We can fit 6 or 7 or 8 more. I mean, so we can entertain quite a few people here. We got karaoke. So there's so much food and stuff. I was going to make a point, and I went too far. So, but the thing I love about the Philippines is when we pray, it's not just for food, we pray anytime. If we're celebrating, we pray, and the Filipinos all say amen. They don't say, "So this is not for prayer, Jay. We're just having a party. You don't need God." That's what Americans told. My own family said that to me. I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. I'm not, I'll ask God to have mercy, to try to keep reaching them and have mercy on them, but it doesn't look good, especially if the end times are here now. You got to get right with God, guys. If you're in America or Canada or Great Britain, not tomorrow, not soon, today. I'm not saying this to offend anybody, but that's what they say. You're offending me. Shut up. Shut up. It's unbelievable. You need God in your life. God says preach until somebody else can be saved, even if it's one person. I was watching a video. Somebody came in the room. It was he was a big atheist, and he was a boss at the Chicago Tribune. He was the editor of the opinion page or something like that, and but he got converted to Christianity. And to this day, everyone thinks he's an atheist, but he's a true Christian. He started writing books about the case for God and Christ, and so him and his wife are big Christians now. Good morning, Angelina. Awesome. That is Nick. Nick is your nickname, right? I need a nickname. I think we'll just call you Nick for nickname. I'm just playing. So, his name is Lee Strobel. He's a very well-known person in Chicago, from Chicago. I don't know where he is now, but he knew other guys in the newspaper were atheists too. I'm losing my mouse. All these new things, it's like you lose battery power. It's weird. Is my battery even charging? Yeah, it's charging. So he went back to I don't think he works there anymore, but he had a friend who was also an atheist. And he made a big long speech. He was almost yelling at the guy about the Savior, Jesus Christ, and how it all changed his life. And he went on and on for, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes. And he said, it was my best pitch. And the guy said, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear it. So a couple of years later, he hears from a guy, average person, was a office cleaner. He goes, yeah, it was late, so I decided to clean his office first. And he came back. I guess he forgot something. He came back into his office right after he left. And I was starting to clean his office. But I heard the door unlock, and I ducked under the desk. I didn't want anyone to see me, even though I was doing my honest job. He goes, what you said to him made me believe in God, and I got saved that day. And you never know who's listening. Even if you save one person. I got big flies when they're getting hungry. They're looking for food. So he goes, hallelujah, I never knew that anyone heard that but him, and he rejected me. But someone under the desk heard it and got saved. He goes, whatever you did, it worked for me. Because I remember when I was little, I was like one. Maybe I wasn't even one, but I have one memory from when I was a little infant in the crib, barely standing up. I knew someone was watching me, but I didn't know who it was. But I knew it was a protector. Someone was protecting me. And then when I was a little bit older, as a kid, I went to Sunday school. We didn't go to Mass because we were too young. But I remember going to Sunday school, even up to the age of 15 and 16. But then there was a falling away, and then I grew away from God and the church. And then we obviously got married in the Catholic Church. But I remember I was never able to lie and steal or, roll people under a bus, like make someone look guilty when they're not. I couldn't do that. So I knew I wasn't evil. I couldn't, when I did something, even the slightest bit, if it could be, someone could accuse me of doing wrong, it bothered me and I couldn't do it, even if I had the right to do it. And I didn't want to have those talks with people because it just bothered me. So, and then I was working with my brother for about 7 months. It seemed like a long time because all of our work was outdoors. And he would always talk about, the Bible and things like that. Now, back then, maybe he wasn't where he is now, but he was trying to reach me. And it did because I never said it was offending me. I just let him talk. And then finally, one day he said, "You want to come to church? We're meeting in Boston." So I went. It was a long drive too, because I wasn't living near there. So I went, and he went, "How was it?" I said, "It's pretty good. It's okay." He goes, "We're thinking of joining a new church closer to home, Filipino church." And I said, "Okay, I'll come." And I did, and I came. I came on most Sundays, but then they got a permanent place, and then I went there, and it was good. I enjoyed it. And then they all came to his house on his wife's birthday, and we had a cookout. And it was his wife's birthday, and then I was meeting more people from the church, like in a private setting, and it was great. We're friends today with the junior pastor. I'm still. They came to the Philippines, and we went to his service. It was hard to find it. I didn't realize it was a tent, but it was beautifully put up, and a lot of people there. And we made it, and it's like small world, isn't it? It was great. So we're still friends today. It was awesome. So, but the main thing is Jesus Christ is our Savior, and I can't stop saying that. It's like it doesn't make me perfect. It doesn't mean that I think that you're a bad person. It just means that I want you to know, without holiness, no one will see the kingdom of God. The road to destruction is wide. Many Christians will be in hell. My oldest daughter says, "I'm a Christian, leave me alone." But that's what Oprah Winfrey says. And we know she's the biggest pedophile on earth. They all are. All the Hollywood elites are pedophiles. And not only that, they're just sex addicts. They buy people. They buy slaves for sex. Or they help people get what they want in that same way. And there's like huge amounts of money changing hands. That's why we can't stop the problem, because it goes all the way up to government and the elites. That's why they don't go to jail. They don't even go to court. That's the reason, because they're running the world, and they're going to be there in the end. They're the ones that are. They're the last one. They're the ones that are going to bow to Jesus when He blows them away. They're all going to melt. Now, I don't wish that on anybody, but that's what the Bible says. That in the very end, Jesus will, because if you know what Revelation says, it says during this bowl of wrath, a third of the people will die. During this bowl of wrath, a third of the people will die. So if a third of the people keep dying, it's going to be a small population in the end. They won't even have any clean water. So I don't know how anyone's going to survive, but they're going to keep dying. So, but in the end, the final people will just burn quickly. You're gone. That's what's going to happen after they bow. I don't know if they're going to bow before the first death or before the second death. That I don't know. So that's the name of that tune. Where are we? Oh, the cats and dogs, they lie in strange places, and they always want to eat. They're ready to eat, especially if it smells like meat or chicken bones. They can eat the meat off a steak bone or a pork bone, but they can't eat those bones. But they can eat chicken bones, and they freak out. Get away from me! They go crazy because they're outdoor cats. The indoor cat don't even want to come out here. She just said, "No, no, thanks. I'm staying here. It's nice in here." You know what they're thinking by what they do. So, where's my banner? We're just getting started. Let's go, guys. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. All right. Had to see a man about a horse. I don't know where that saying came from. I guess the Cowboys started it. The Dallas Cowboys started that. What a perfect. You have the New England Patriots and you have the Dallas Cowboys. What better way? What better name to give your sports team? Well, you got the 49ers, because in San Francisco in 1849, there was a gold rush. So the 49ers is a perfect name for San Francisco. You got Dallas Cowboys. That's a perfect name for a football team. The New England Patriots. I don't like the Buffalo Bills, and it's not because I don't root for them. It's because there was a man named Buffalo Bill. But Buffalo Bill is not an animal. You can't name your team after people unless, well, you can't name it after a specific color. The Redskins. Oh, that's offensive. Says who? See, that's the devil working. It didn't offend anybody. It doesn't offend anybody because the name was given in honor of somebody. His name was Redskin. And they honored him with the name. But nobody knows the story. It's offensive. Get rid of it. And they did. That's ridiculous. Because they didn't like the owner, so they got rid of the name. I wish the new owner would come along and say, no, we want the old name back. But he doesn't want to ruffle feathers. He just wants to play football. I don't like the name. Commanders. You're not commanders. You're not in command of anything. The Patriots' name says, we will fight. The Cowboys' name says, we will fight. The Cleveland Indians' name said, we will fight. But they had to change their name too. So it's ridiculous. The Indians didn't own America. They were just here. They had no laws. They just had their own little group rules wherever they were. There was different groups. There was no government. That's ridiculous. So anyone that says that is just an idiot. And yes, I'm going there. I already went there. I used to have people say that. Oh, the white man. Well, how come somebody can come here now from Mexico, have a baby, and it's a citizen? Why is that? It doesn't make sense. There's two sets of rules. One set of rules is a lie for the liar, and then the other set of rules that they don't want it to make sense. It doesn't make sense. It offends me. It offends me. What else can I talk about today? So it's just, but here's the problem. The bad guys are going to be left to die unless somebody can be saved. But at that point, I can't really tell you any details. I don't know. I just know the path to destruction is wide. Without holiness, no one will see the kingdom of God. That is ringing in my ears. Maybe I'll say that to my daughters. You believe in God? Without holiness, no one will see the kingdom. You all say you believe in God. I'm going to remind you that all the devil and demons all believe in God too, but they don't want to hear it. It offends them when they hear about it. Why is that? Why does the truth offend people? Because they're liars. We can't wrap our head around that. They're liars. No one wants to hear it. They don't want to hear this. They don't, because they're all gay. Well, they're whatever. They all think it's funny. They want to make fun of people because they feel weak or bitter, and it makes them feel good. So now I'm handing it to you, and you don't like it, and you don't like me. Tough crackers. I'm living the good life, and all you can do is mock people. When I tell you the truth, it feels like I'm mocking you, and it's offending you. It's offending me. I don't like it. Ah! Come here and whip my butt. whip my butt. Shoot me in the chest, because no weapon formed against me will prosper. People don't know what that means either. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. It's unbelievable. Looks like I have a cameraman, doesn't it? I love these new cameras on these new computers. It's awesome. But I didn't create it. Americans think because I live in America, I invented the airplane. I invented flying because I live in America. That's like saying I live in New York City, therefore I'm tougher and smarter than you, and I have more money than you. I'm living the 5-star lifestyle. People with more money throw it away because they're all broke. They can't afford their television bill, let alone their cable bill or their electric bill. They can't afford it. All the money they make is gone. They're not saving money. I guarantee it. It's all being spent on month-to-month expenses. Guys come here. I want Western food. What, hamburger? You don't have to go to a resort to get a hamburger. No, if you go in a food mall, food court in the mall, you'll get a chain restaurant that makes burgers. They may or may not be the best burgers. I went to American Burger. I thought, American Burger, that's what I want to try that. I was at I forget what mall I was at, but it was a food court, and I said, okay, I'll try it. It was delicious and it small. It was like small. It wasn't enough. I wanted another one, but I said, if I eat 2, I'll be too full. But, it wasn't really the biggest burger, but it was delicious. And I found out, well, if you add the right sauces, in the burger, it will taste good. But the meat wasn't bad either. It was okay. I'm not too fussy, but I know good meat when I taste it. The best steak I ever had in my life. America has some good steak, but the best steak I ever had, and it's not because the steak in America is bad. Maybe I didn't go to a good enough restaurant, but I've been to some good restaurants. But the best steak I ever had, cooked and served to me, and then the eating of it was in the Philippines. It was the restaurant was, I always hesitate to say this because it was Wolfgang's, not Wolfgang Puck, just Wolfgang's, and it was in the Podium Mall building right across from Mega Mall. It's actually takes you a while to walk there. It's right across the corner of the street, but it takes so long because you can't cross the street. You got to go up the walkway, and it takes you a while to get up there and walk over. But the Podium, Wolfgang's, I don't know if they're still there, but that was the best steak dinner I ever had, ever. And it's not because you can't find that in America. It's just that I don't remember it. So you can get a wonderful steak in the Philippines. It doesn't matter where you are. You can get, and don't tell me the steak isn't as good here. So it's not, but it is possible. Anything is possible. Anything. It's a wonderful world if you let it. She's starting to cook breakfast. Where's my clock? It's way over there. Oh no, I gotta get up again. Oh no, I'll reach it. But I don't like to get my face too close to that. It's not because I'm ugly. It's because it belongs to my wife. Your face, your body belongs to your wife and God. So people say, my daughter, stop talking about God. I can't stand it. That means you're not a Christian. Christians would never say that to me. But they don't know that. They don't have that wisdom. They don't know. They don't have discernment. And it's upsetting me because it's my daughter, two of my daughters. The other one the jury is still out on her, but at least she's trying to learn and study the Word of God. She's a good one. I just don't know. She's bitter. She's got bitterness. Millions of Christians have bitterness or something, blasphemy or whatever it is. I don't want to do that. What am I doing? The phone is a problem. I haven't looked at my phone in like 2 hours, and I'm looking at it. I'm like starting to play a game app. It's like, no, don't do that. Oh, I remember one time I did a live stream. It was like 5 years ago, and we're like, maybe more than one, maybe two live streams, and we're like studying Tagalog phrases. It's like I haven't done that since. I can't teach it because I'm not conversational yet. Because I studied a little Tagalog before I got here, and the problem is the family's speaking Cebuano. They know a little Tagalog and they know Cebuano, but they speak Cebuano. But when we have so many people here, almost always, when one person's, they're all talking, so it's hard for me to follow. And if something comes out in Cebuano, I don't get it. So there's Filipino words I know, but when it's Cebuano, the most of it I can't follow. It's not because I can't study. I just don't. I'm doing too many things. Practicing guitar, I don't do that enough. The thing is, working on YouTube, it takes all day to do a little video, and then it's like, oh no, something ain't right. I can't do it. And you just throw that away and start over. It could take you days. So what kills me is the people that say that. It's right in the description. I work so hard on these videos. You know what? We know that, or at least we should. And I give them to you for free. Yeah, it's free on YouTube, but there's advertising. That's the deal. I gotta wait for it to let me skip. So some of them force you to watch for 15 seconds. Some of them are 5 seconds. Some of them are 10 seconds. And some of them are unskippable, which means 30 seconds. And if you don't skip it, it could be 4 or 5 minutes. Or whatever. Some of them aren't that long, but some of them are. Cats are fighting. That's what I get for being outside. They're all fighting. So, wait lang po. Oh, where's my backup? I left the backup. Where is it? Where is it? All right. I lost it. Oh, yeah, that's not live. The thing that tells you how many people are watching, it's a snapshot, but it does move, so it's not that long, but it's not like it's not like continuous. It starts and stops, so I think that it refreshes every 10 or 15 seconds. I think. I can only guess. They don't tell me, but I think it's not like a smooth movement because I would see it jumping that. Because people are coming in and out. So thanks for coming in, guys. If you're still watching as you came in, because this is the average watch time. What just happened? It's not telling me. Nope. Yeah, it's jumping up and down. So, I can see. I don't know how many seconds that is. So it's going by half hour, but the line moves in between. So I don't know exactly how many snapshots they take. It's at least every 10 or 15 seconds, maybe 20 to 30 seconds. I'm not sure. It could be every 30 seconds because it does change. Like from time to time, it changes. So I don't know. There I go again saying that I don't see. When I don't know, I say I don't know. I don't just say stuff and throw it against the wall and watch it stick. Oh, I can do that. I can watch a live stream and then make a comment. You're a lying thief, and that would be true. I wouldn't like it. I'm gonna block you. What do they call that in wouldn't even know how to do that anymore. Ban user and delete their comments. Put user in timeout. Delete comment. Why would I want to delete all the comments? Ban user and delete all comments. See, if they're doing that to you, you don't need to go back. They're pretty much telling you don't come back. But if they're the ungodly ones, then you know. It doesn't make it feel good, but people are like, oh, he thinks it feels good. No, it doesn't. Okay, that was cold. The coffee it's right near the end, but there's a couple of sips left, but it's too cold. I don't like. If it ain't iced coffee, I don't want it. I don't want it cold. So we could be out here all day. All day. What do we want to talk about? I don't know what you guys want, because you're not saying much. They're just watching. I don't know if they're watching in the background or if they are whatever they're doing. Oh, it was not too bad. We get an excellent signal. How long have we been live? It doesn't say. I'm in the analytics, that's why it doesn't. It says somewhere. That's a little different now, too. We've been live for almost 2.5 hours. Wow. Time flies when you're babbling. When you're drinking good coffee and sitting outside, it's nice and warm. Time flies. I'm going to put my feet up here. All right. I like how the camera moves and it centers, it zooms in. It looks like a real news feed. So, what else do I want to talk? We got to shift gears here. Oh, this is where I can edit mic settings. Oh, I don't know if we're loud enough, but we're going to turn it up a bit. I don't know. I don't have a mic, so I don't have to reduce background noise because you can hear the dog stopped barking and now you can hear birds chirping. That's something I don't notice when the dogs are barking. We haven't heard a rooster. Has anyone heard a rooster? The dogs are quiet. There's not a dog within hearing distance. You can hear the different birds now. That's a peaceful day, and the sun just got really bright. I don't have to tell you. You can see it. You can see it, but the brightness is always self-adjusting. So, but that's a real bright sun right now. See, we get the wall. There's a wall there, but at different times, the plants are different sizes. So you can see it just goes back. It doesn't matter what I do. It wants me to be centered or close to being centered. Oh, let's go this way. There we go. It's bright over there. So what else can we talk about? The flies are hitting me now. They're hungry. So let's see. I need some new video footage for the walking tours because we're getting our footage now all in the same place, so there's nothing surprising. It doesn't look fresh and new to me. It's hard to put it up there as fresh and new. It doesn't help me. But this live, is that live? I think that is live. Oh. Because this timeline of viewers is not a curve, it's a zigzag, that tells me that it's not a live count. It's a snapshot, but I don't know how much delay there is in between snapshots. That's the story. It's at least 10 or 15 seconds, I think. Maybe even longer. There's nothing more exciting than doing a live stream and you say, "Honey, there's 600 watching now." That's awesome. But they disappear and then they don't. They're gone. And then you watch the. But I shouldn't announce that as we're talking. I learned that. Don't announce it while you're talking. Maybe I could ask ChatGPT. How would I ask them that, though? See if they know. On StreamYard. Wait a minute. What's going on here? It just changed. Why? Where am I? On StreamYard. It's not letting me. Am I in typing mode? All right, let's try it now. On StreamYard live stream, what is the time interval which shows number of viewers? That might get me the answer I'm looking for. On StreamYard live stream, what is the time interval which shows number of viewers? On StreamYard, the live viewer count is not updated at a fixed interval such as every 10 or 30 seconds. Viewer counts are pushed by the streaming platform, YouTube, not by StreamYard itself. For YouTube Live, the concurrent viewer count shown in StreamYard typically updates every few seconds to around 30 seconds, depending on YouTube's reporting. So, okay, so YouTube's generating that, but it could be up to 30 seconds. During busy streams, updates can sometimes lag by a minute or more. The number you see is an estimate of concurrent viewers, so it may jump up or down as YouTube refreshes its data. If you're streaming to YouTube, you may notice StreamYard viewer counts change every 5 to 30 seconds under normal conditions. YouTube's Studio's live control room may display slightly different numbers at the same time because the two interfaces don't always refresh simultaneously. Final viewer statistics after the stream ends are usually more accurate than the live count. It goes on, there's a little bit more there. If your goal is to monitor audience growth during a live stream, it's generally better to rely on YouTube Studio Analytics for the most detailed real-time information while using StreamYard's viewer count as a quick approximation. Oh, okay, so that's what I thought. It's not completely live. It's an update every 15 or 20 to 30 seconds. That's what I thought. Get out of here. Now the flies are pecking me. Why is that? They're hungry. Go away. There's no dog poop here. Get out. Get out. Get out. We watched an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie last night. Free, of course. We don't pay for movies. Free. So every once in a while we get a good one. Well, they're all good, or else they won't watch it. But the premium movies have the big stars in them, and every once in a while you can get a movie like that for free. It's 30 years old, 32 years old now. True Lies. They didn't call it True Lies. They I'd have to go back and see what they called it. But a lot of movie people that post movies, they don't give you the title because they don't want it taken down. But they describe it pretty well. It was well described, but the movie was True Lies. And it's a 2 hour movie. It's a good one, though. I enjoyed that. I mean, there's some stuff in there like, secret agents wouldn't do this, but the acting was good. Tom Arnold and Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis. It was in Mia Peoples. I liked her role. She was killed in the end, but and then you had all the terrorists. 80s terrorists were ridiculous, but the 90s terrorists were pretty good. And now we have domestic terrorists because they're invited in. It's a whole new world. It's unbelievable. Everything's upside down. That's how we know the end is near. We're getting closer and closer to the end. I can only imagine. I can't imagine. We can only try to imagine. That's why I got to be careful what I say. Because I don't. My nose is shiny. Breakfast is almost ready. What's she making? I don't even know what she's making. Could be steak and eggs. We get good steak here, guys. We're not kidding. There's good food here. The Philippines, we always get the expats, the stupid expats. You can't get a good steak here or whatever. It's like, yes, you can. You got to look around. Of course, I live near Manila, so these guys live out in the bundok. They live out in the bundok. There's no super malls there, Cebu. I live in Cebu. I'm living the 5-star life. Yeah, sure you are. You eat too many hot dogs. I like the Filipino hot dogs. You can get imported ones too. They're a little bit more, but not that expensive. I like Norma and I like the Hungarian hot dogs. Put a bunch of mustard on there. We get the French's mustard. That's good enough for me. I like French's. It's like, pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon? If you give it to me, I'll eat it, but French's is good enough for me. I'm not too fussy. I know a good steak when I have it, though, because we had the best steak, but we paid for it also. It was high priced, but it was the cooking service, the restaurant, and we had like 4 people waiting on us at our table. It might have even been 5, I forget, but it wasn't too crowded. There was only a few people there. Because it was early. It's not because it's too expensive. It's because it was early. So it was good. I said, honey, that's the best steak I had in months. Too expensive. Filipinos always notice that. It's too expensive. Don't spend money. I know. No matter how much money, if you have $1 million, and you spend money, you spend $300 on a meal, on late lunch, early dinner. It's like, you're going to run out of money. If you don't have an income, you will run out of money. People come here with, they don't have an income, but they have a chunk of, I don't know where they get the money, but they get a bunch of money, and they think they're rich. It's like, my girlfriend took all this cash. Come and watch the video. This will be your last video. I feel sorry for those guys. It's like, I don't want to watch videos where someone got. If you're a girlfriend if you're a Westerner and you come to the Philippines with 370,000 US dollars, and you're doing a video that your Filipino girlfriend stole that money, she's not your girlfriend, and she didn't scam you. You scammed yourself. Because I found wherever you are in the world, if you give money to a woman, she'll take it and spend it. I used to do that before I got married. I had a girlfriend, and every once in a while I would send her like $150 or something. And then like a month later, I'd say, so how much money you got? Nothing. I said, what do you mean nothing? That's a lot of money here in the Philippines. Oh, we had a party. She would throw parties. She would take the money and throw a party. Like, I rented a villa and we bought food and we had fun. It's like, so when I get there, you'll be broke? It's like, what's going on here? She was always that way. Always. Didn't matter. So I tested my wife. bugs are all over me. So I'm kidding. It's just flies. Every once in a while they hit me. They're hungry. So I tested my wife, and I gave her a lot. And 5 weeks later, I said, "How much money you have remaining?" And she says, "Nothing." I said, "What are you talking about?" "Yeah, we had parties. There's like 20 people here for a week, 2 weeks." It's like, oh no. Um, and I said, "That's why I don't give you all this money. If you need extra money, you're just going to tell me anyway. All right, my money's gone and we need more because of this or that. That's fine." She writes all the big expenses. If something is more than 500 pesos, she'll write it down. She's got a checklist, even if it's 100, I guess. So she's got the note paper, so she keeps good records of the expenses. She just doesn't stop spending. I said, "Okay." She said, "Well, we need to spend on this and that." And I said, "Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm an accountant. That's not a bad thing. But that's why I don't give you tons of money, because you're just going to find reasons to, to spend it." I say it with a smile. I love Norma. If I didn't, I would be elsewhere. I keep saying that to her. Said, all these expats doing videos that, bitching and moaning about girlfriends and all this stuff. I said, they would be gone. It wouldn't be good for them, but they would still do it because they're idiots. Idiots living their one-star lifestyle. Just because you have a little chunk of you're spending your money on the perception of value. Insurance and healthcare and all this stuff and prescription drugs. There's no money left over. You're sitting at a stupid bar eating freaking hot dogs or pancit. They don't show you what they're eating. That's the funny thing. They don't. We did a video on the top 10 Filipino dishes which Norma can make and make it taste better than you get on the street. But they don't talk about that stuff because they're nowhere. Their channels are nothing. All their subscribers, they want to hear about dirty deeds done to women and other men. It's like they can't get enough of nonsense. You can't get enough of dirty, rotten, whatever, doing each other dirty. What the heck is that button? Oh, what? What's going on here, guys? There we go. Oh no, I'm on big screen. I don't want that. All right, that's better. All right. So let's go here. Wait. Oh, okay. Okay. Thanks if you're just coming in now and you're watching live, thank you for coming in and watching. The subject is turning every couple of minutes, so I'm just talking about things that are popping into my mind right now. The channel is about live walking tours, and there's a full description if you're interested in live walking tours. I'm not always talking. There's talking, but we're not doing television announcements. We're not running down the written history of Filipino areas and stuff like that. We're not describing too much what we see. We're just looking at it. So it's we've got playlists. Almost everything is in a playlist. Oops, wrong button. Oh, wrong button. Where do I want to go here? Okay, so all right. What do I want to say? Don't go away. Stay right there. All right, we're here. So I'm doing a live stream now. I'm just talking about things on my mind, but the channel is about exploring the busy streets, neighborhoods, markets, and hidden corners of Metro Manila and Rizal in real time. This channel is dedicated to authentic walking tours that showcase everyday Filipino life. From colorful jeepneys and bustling sidewalks to local food stalls, shopping districts, and peaceful back streets. Every video is filmed in 4K HDR with immersive stereo audio, so you can experience the sights and sounds just as if you were walking beside me. We do live walking tours, 4K walking tours, Filipino Jeepneys. We feature Jeepneys here, Tricycles and local transportation, Metro Manila Street Live, Rizal Province Adventures. We've been known to check out some waterfalls, local markets and street food areas. If we natural ambient city sounds, point of view travel videos. That's pretty much what we do. So it's Filipino stuff, guys. That's all I can tell you. So it's almost time to eat. I don't know if I want to stay live. What do I want to do here? The best thing you can do for me, if you're still watching, the biggest and best thing that you can do for me is hit that thumbs up button. I love that. Or chatting is good too because it gives me something to talk about. And I will give you a shout out. What else? What's going on in the world? No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. That's what I want to do. So what's happening on Twitter? Have you noticed, if you're in America, Democrats are doing everything possible to protect election fraud? It's unbelievable. The biggest thing is they're hiding what Donald Trump is saying. Donald Trump is trying to protect you, and you hate him because you're being brainwashed by the fake news media and the make-believe television programming. It's all fake. It's all make-believe, and everyone believes it because you have low IQ. That's the reason. You have low IQ. Your friends are low IQ. You don't know anybody that has any discernment. You don't go to church. It's unbelievable. All right. We're approaching 3 hours. Do I want to hit 3 hours? It's been a long talk. I'm starting to repeat myself, but I didn't say that yet. President Trump in America, in the United States, President Trump demands that the FCC revoke licenses from ABC, NBC, CNN, and CBS for refusing to air his speech on July 16th. Now, he can't make you watch it. It's your choice to watch something or not. But if they don't show it, then you can't see the truth. That's the fake news. It's all fake news. All of it. This has been going on for like 10 years. When it was like 7 years ago when COVID hit, 6.5 years, when COVID hit, nobody knew what was going on, but I knew something was wrong. It's like there's no COVID in the air. That's ridiculous. It's not instant death. It's a gain of function virus like any other virus, only it was given gain of function. So it was dangerous to people with diabetes, asthma, and old age, and that's what happened. And the government took away your right to see your grandparents die. That's inexcusable. They should hang for that. The rope should go around their neck, and nothing's happening because the evil people will be the only ones left in the end, and then they will burn. So don't take the mark, fools. Save yours, because you're appointed to die anyway. Who cares if you live an extra year? I want to live as long as possible. I've only got one life. Well, there's 2 deaths, and nobody thinks that's true. if you're going to die anyway, you have no reason to live because you don't believe in God. So you also don't have any reason to die. So that's kind of stupid. That alone is stupid. No, it isn't. They'll argue with me until they don't breathe anymore. It's kind of stupid. You don't have to believe the president's speech. That's your choice. Not broadcasting it takes that choice away. That's what the communists do. Yeah, they take your choices away. And then they tell everybody, oh, it's just lies anyway. It's unbelievable. We don't want you to know what someone else is saying. The elites are only winning in the early part of the game. In the fourth quarter, they lose. It's been written. Okay, I guess it's time to say goodbye. Let's hold on. I'm not done yet. Not done yet. Not done yet. All right. I guess I gotta say goodbye. It's been real, guys. I gotta go. We'll see you next time. I don't have a schedule yet, and we're going live at different times and different days. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Chat GPT says the best, and YouTube says it too, that the best time for me to go live is 7 p.m., but that's when everyone's live, so we'll have to have a good show for you to do that. But I think we're going to go live at 12 noon or 11 a.m. for whatever. It'll be 11 p.m. on the East Coast, 9 p.m. on the West Coast, and it'll be 6 o'clock in 5 or 6, somewhere around there in Hawaii. So that's what I think we might do that, at least for a short time. So we'll see you next time, guys. Meanwhile, don't forget to, this is very important, put God first. You don't know, you don't understand the things that God understands, and He wants to save you. And without holiness, no one can see the kingdom of God. Until next time.